Hello friends and welcome to YouTube channel Freedom Tech, and in this session what we are going to learn. In this session we will use YOLO11 pose estimation model, and with the help of pose estimation model we will detect human suspicious behavior and normal behavior. So before we move to our practical friends, if you learn something from our videos, please consider to subscribe our channel. Okay friends, thank you so much and let's get started. So friends, as I mentioned, today we will detect human suspicious behavior and normal behavior with the help of YOLO11 pose estimation model. So for that I have created a new repository. I will mention the link. You need to simply copy paste the link inside a web browser. Then this is what our repository name, YOLO11 suspicious activity. Just go to the code and click on download zip and it will download our zip format repository. As you can see, we successfully download our repository. Just open file manager, go to downloads and right click to the repository, WinRAR, click on extract. It will extract as our folder. Again we have same folder, and inside that we have all the project files. So first we need our video file. So video.txt, copy the link, open the web browser and new tab and press Ctrl+V, hit enter. It will open our video file. This is what our video file. Let's just download our video file. So friends, we download our video file, then go to the downloads, and this is what our video file. Right click, cut and move the video file inside our same repository. So first let's just watch our video file. So I will start a video file, and this is a CCTV footage for shop. As you can see, we have here customers. So let me forward the video file. Watch for this customer. He's taking the bottle from this rack, and now here as you can see he's hiding the bottle inside his jacket. So as I mentioned, this is what a suspicious behavior which we want to detect with the help of YOLO11 pose estimation. So for that we will use this scenario, means this is what our video file, and our goal is to detect this particular moment. As you can see, this particular moment, the bottle right now in his hand, it's okay, it is normal behavior, but now we can clearly see this is suspicious behavior done, and again there is normal behavior. So we have a certain moment we have suspicious behavior, then otherwise we have normal behavior. In other scenario we can simply say that this particular moment we have a normal behavior, this particular moment we have suspicious behavior. So for that we will create our own model. With the help of YOLO11 pose estimation we will collect the key points, and then we will create the model. With the help of key points we will create the model. But first, if we want to create our own custom model, we need images. So for this project I will use this video as a data set. Means what I will do, as I mentioned, we can clearly see from this video we have normal movement and we have suspicious movement. Simple. So only this is here, only this is basically our suspicious movement. So what I will do, I will use here a blur solution from ultralytics. From ultralytics I will use here blur method, and I will blur the rectangle of detected person. For that we will use a normal object detection method, which is YOLO11 object detection method, and of course we have pre-trained object detection model which detect the person, and we will use here a tracking method. So it will assign unique ID for each person. So let's just say for this person we have 1, for this person we have 2. So it means we know this person is basically this unique ID, for this person is basically this unique ID. So we will use here blur method, we will use here track method. So when we want to create a normal behavior class video, as I mentioned, we will create a 2-part from this single video. We will create a normal video for normal images, dataset, we will create a suspicious video part for suspicious dataset, suspicious images dataset. So for that we will use a blur method, and we will track the object, means we will track the person with the help of YOLO11 pre-trained object detection model. So when we apply our pre-trained object detection model, we have a rectangle, also we have unique ID. So it means we can simply say, if I want to track this person in particular moment, I will simply create a code, and I will mention, I will assign the key. Let's just say I will, for this I have mentioned the code, and inside that code I have mentioned the S button is basically trigger. So if I press S button from keyboard, the code will be asked me to enter a particular track ID to assign a blur method or assign the blur function. Means when I will press S button, it will ask to mention the track ID for blur, and it will assign that blur only for that particular ID, only for that particular person ID. Simple. So this is the method which we will use for creating two video files for images. You will get the idea when we start our practical. So this is the video file. Now let's just create our video files first. So first we will create normal video file, and then we will create suspicious video file. So for that, normal video.py, just open it, normal video.py, and inside that, as you can see, YOLO11s.pt, which is our pre-trained object detection model, which we apply on our video file, which is the susp1.mp4. And then here I need only one class, which is person. So I have mentioned the class ID, which is 0. And then at the end here, you will see I have mentioned the condition. If I press the S button, it will ask to enter a particular track ID, and then it will go for further action. That's it. So this is the normal video.py, means it will create normal movement video. So let's just start our code. As you can see, first it will download our model, which is YOLO11s.pt. So now it's downloading our model. And then we have our detection. So this is what our detection frame, and this is what our normal frame for observing where we want to press S button. So watch here, this is normal video for creating a normal dataset. So in normal dataset, we want to detect only the normal movement. So here it is, as you can see, there is no blur apply for all person, because this is normal movement, so there is no need to apply the blur. When we have suspicious movement, then only we will apply the blur. So in this video, at particular moment we have suspicious behavior. So in that particular moment, I will press S button. Let's just say now here, as you can see, the video is paused because I have pressed the S button from keyboard, because here it is, as you can see, this person is now trying to hide this bottle inside his jacket. So this is what my suspicious behavior movement start point. So here I want to apply the blur, because this is a suspicious movement and we are creating a normal movement video file, normal action video file. So I don't want the video file which have the suspicious behavior. I only want a video file for normal behavior. So I will hide when we have a suspicious behavior, I will hide that particular time. I will apply the particular track ID as a blur method. Simple. So this person we have 6 is the ID. So here I will mention a 6 number, which is our track ID, which I want to apply a blur. Then simply I will hit enter button. Now here it is, as you can see, there is a blur, and here when the suspicious behavior will end, I will just press N button. Now as you can see, the behavior is end and now there is no blur. There is no blur because I press the N button from keyboard, and as soon as I press the N button, it will again apply or it will remove the blur, because for this video we have a particular time suspicious behavior, then there is normal behavior. Simple. So now when our code will complete, we have normal behavior file, because inside code I have mentioned video writer method, so it will write the video file. That's it. So let's just complete our code. So friends, done. Now if you open our repository, this is what our video. Let's just open it. As you can see, there is no blur for normal movement, because this is what our normal movements. And then watch for this person. As you can see, this is what suspicious movement, and then we have, when we have a suspicious movement, we press S button, we mention this person track ID, and now there is a blur. And when the suspicious behavior over, we press N button and again there is no blur, and again we have normal movement. So in this video file we have now only normal behavior. That's it. Now I will simply rename this video file as a normal, and now we will create suspicious behavior file. So of course, when we want to create a suspicious video file, in that time we only want a suspicious behavior. It means there is a blur apply for all track ID. When we start our code, we have blur for all track ID, because particular time we have suspicious behavior, then there is a normal behavior. So there is blur always. When we detect a suspicious movement, we press S button, then we will mention the track ID, and then that particular track ID will visible for particular time, means there is no blur for that particular ID for particular time. And when the suspicious behavior over, again we will press N button, and then again it will apply the blur for that particular ID. Simple. So now let's just open our suspicious video.py code. Same way, again we will have two frame, a normal frame and object frame. So again we will have here a two frame, one is for observing and one is with object detection method. Here it is. As you can see, there is a blur for all person, because we don't want to record here a normal behavior, we only want to record a suspicious behavior. That's why there is a already blur. Now from this code, when we detect a suspicious behavior, we will press S button, and then it will ask to enter the track ID, and then it will remove the blur for particular time. And when we have again normal behavior, we will simply press N button, and then there is a blur again. So watch in this frame, let me make like this way. Here let's just press S button. So this is what my start point for suspicious behavior. Here I need to mention the track ID, and track ID will be same, so 6, because the same video file. And then I will simply press enter, and when the behavior will be over, I will press N button. Done. Just press N button. Now you will see again there is a blur. Now let's just complete our code. So friends, we completed our code, our process is completed. Now if you open our repository, in that repository, as you can see, we have now new video file, and this is what our suspicious video file. As you can see, there is a blur for normal behavior, and then for this person, when we have suspicious behavior, as you can see, now there is no blur. There is no blur because we press S button, we mention this person track ID which is the 6, and then it will basically remove the blur, and then again when we have normal movement we press N button and there is a blur. That's it. So this is what my suspicious behavior video file. So right click to the video file and mention the name. So now we have suspicious movement video file and we have normal movement video file. Now we can simply collect the images. So collecting images, we will use a normal.py and we will use a suspicious.py code. But first we want to create a folder. So right click, new folder, and just mention the name images. Done. Now again right click, new folder, images1. So in images we will save full frame images, and in images1 we will save crop images for both classes, for suspicious and normal classes. Again we want to create one folder which is data set. So data set path, dataset_path, and just go inside the dataset_path folder, and here we will create normal and suspicious folder. So right click, new, normal, mention N capital, normal, and then we will create a suspicious. Done. Now let's just open our normal.py code. So normal.py, and I have already mentioned the video file name. Then we will use YOLO11s-post.pt model for key points, and then here we want to mention our folder name, save full frame image. So save full frame image, the folder name is images. So just open repository, images folder, right click, copy as a path and mention the path, remove the old one, remove double quote from here also, then scroll down. Now here images1, which is our crop folder path, so just open repository again, right click to the images1, copy as a path, open Tony Python ID, remove the old path, and then just press Ctrl+V, it will paste the new path. Ctrl+V, remove double quote from here also. Done. Now we want to mention where we want to create our CSV file, where we want to save our CSV file. So here it is, as you can see, this is what our CSV file name. So first we want to mention the path, and then it will create the CSV file where we mention the path, or where we want to save the file, we want to mention the path. That's it. So I just want to save the file over here inside our repository. So I will go here, make like this way, copy the path and mention it path over here. Just remove, don't remove the file name, and then press Ctrl+V. That's it. And here we want to, okay, all is good. Now we mention images folder path, we mention images1 folder path, and we mention where we want to save our key point file. Simple, we already mentioned our video file. So let's just save the code, let's just run the code. And now friends, if you open our repository and if you open images folder, as you can see, inside images it will save full frame images. As you can see, this is what our full frame, and inside images1 it will save crop images. Here it is, as you can see, we have all crop images for normal behavior. So let's just completed our code. So friends, our process is completed and we save 1544 images as a normal crop images, normal behavior crop images, 1544. Simple. Now I will open suspicious.py code, go to the file, click on open, and suspicious.py. Now here, now it will save suspicious behavior images, suspicious behavior normal frame images and suspicious behavior crop images. Here as you can see, I have already mentioned suspicious.mp4 file, the video file which we just created, and again I want to mention the path, the folder path. So this is what our images1. So open repository, images1, right click and then copy as a path, remove the old path and then paste the new path which just we copy, remove double quote, and here also, here we want to mention images folder path, images, so right click, copy as a path and just remove the old one path and then just paste it, just remove double quote, and now we have our CSV file. So I will mention the CSV file path also. We have our CSV file, right click, copy as a path and then remove the path and mention the new path, remove double quote from here also, save it and run the code. Now it will save. Oh, I forget to mention here one more thing. I forget to mention, I want to mention here the number. Here I want to mention the number. So we save a 1544 images which is normal behavior images. So from 1545 it will save the suspicious behavior images. Simple. So I need to mention over here the number which is 1545. So 0 to 1544 normal images, normal behavior crop images, and from 1545 to n number of suspicious behavior crop images. It will be saved inside same folder, images 1 folder. So friends, we have completed our process and our suspicious crop images also save inside images 1. Done. Now we want to move from images 1. We have all crop images, we have both behavior crop images. So we want to move these images inside our dataset path, suspicious and normal. Means in normal folder we want to move normal images, normal crop images, and we want to move suspicious crop images inside suspicious folder. Done. Simple. For that I have created the code. Go to the file, click on open, and inside our repository I have mentioned the img shuffle.py code, and here we want to first mention our source directory. So our source directory is basically images 1. Inside images 1 we have all crop images. So images 1, just remove the old path and mention the new path, remove double quote from here also, and then we want to mention normal folder and suspicious folder path. So dataset path, normal, right click, copy as a path and mention the path, remove the old one, just mention the new path, remove double quote here also, and then suspicious folder, right click, copy as a path here also, and mention the new path of suspicious folder. Done. And then here we want to mention how many number of images we have for normal behavior. So inside suspicious.py we mention the number where we want to start a suspicious behavior images. So if 1545 is starting number for suspicious behavior images, crop images, it means we have 0 to 1544 normal behavior images. So image shuffle I will mention 0 to 1544 for normal images. So it will save 0 to 1544 images in normal folder, and all other images it will save inside suspicious folder. Save it and run it. Done. So we successfully move our images. Now we will open our next code, which is dataset. Dataset.py. It will create a dataset.csv file with the help of our. We have already created our key point file, so it will use this key point file. Simple. So we want to mention the path. So let's just open our code, and here it is. As you can see, I want to mention the key path file, CSV file. Copy as a path, key point file path, and then remove the old path, remove it, and then just paste it, new path, remove the double quote from here also. And then I need to mention dataset path folder, where it will create a dataset path folder where we have our normal and suspicious folder. So for that we want to mention our dataset folder path basically, because inside the dataset path folder we have normal and suspicious folder. Simple. So I will go here and I will right click again, copy as a path, and then just remove the old path, and mention the new path. Now save the code, and now it will create dataset.csv file. Run the code. So there is error in path. As you can see, we have basically the name of the file we mentioned at 2 times, so we will remove the file name, because we copy paste the path. That's why the file name is, we mentioned file name is 2 times. Simple. So remove just one and save the code and run the code. Now it will create our file. Done. There is no error, and we have our file. Just cut the file dataset CSV and move the file inside dataset path folder. Now we will run our model.py code, and it will create our model. As simple as model.py, and here I want to mention the path for dataset CSV file. So we move our file inside dataset path. So right click, copy as a path, and then remove the old path, remove it, and just mention the new path, remove double quote from here also. Done. And then where we want to save our model, we want to mention the path over here. This is what our model name, and here we want to mention the path where we want to save the model. So remove the old path, remove it, and then mention the path where we want to save our model. So I will save the model in main repository. So this is what our repository where we have all the files. So go here and then copy the path and mention the path. Now it will save our model in our repository. Simple. Let's just save the code and run the code. Done. We created our model. There is no error. File and open. Now we will open our main.py, which run our model, and we have detection, a suspicious and normal. So this is what our video file. When we have suspicious behavior, it will draw a red color rectangle. When we have normal behavior, of course it will draw green color rectangle. Let's just start the code. As you can see, this is what our frame. We have normal behavior, and then we have key points also. As you can see, watch for this person, still normal behavior. When the person take the bottle from the rack and he will try to hide the bottle in his jacket, in that time the rectangle will become red and there is a suspicious behavior. As you can see, there is a suspicious behavior. Again, he's still hiding the bottle, suspicious behavior, done. And now again we have normal behavior. So I have already created the video how to create the alert system, means how do we send alert with the help of Gmail. So we can simply mention when we have a suspicious behavior, we can simply send the Gmail, we can simply create the alert message with images, and we will send the images on Gmail ID. Simple. So this is how we can create our own model which detect a suspicious behavior and normal behavior using YOLO11 pose estimation. So I hope you will learn something from this video. We will meet our next video. Till then, thank you, take care, and bye bye.